We'll see if he can get that punish. And actually, I say that as a technical pause is called straight out of the break. We'll get into it though. It is our second map. It's Nuke between Na'Vi and Liquid. And a lot of anticipation into this one to see which sort of Na'Vi we get on Nuke. It can be a little bit volatile.
Yeah, not the start we were looking for here by any means, but hopefully we get this one solved for you straight away and we can get this game live and ready and raring to go. Now, this is Na'Vi's map pick. It is a map that they have definitely made their own within this year for sure. It's not a map that traditionally was a Na'Vi home map by any means, but if Liquid can come in here and have a strong CT-sided showing, they're still in this game because I think individually they were still very competitive. Mirage, it was an overtime game, right? It was basically what Yanko was saying just on the desk there. It came down to the difference in approach for the CT sides, and the Perfecto clutches made the difference. But let's get this underway. He donated open, flash on through.
This is fast. They're going outside. Naf, he went to throw a flash, but he gets more than he bargained for. Does land good damage. The bomb is in the open. Good spot, Chad. They have to go back and get it, and now Liquid can lock it down. Oh, what a shot again. Perfecto seems to be no slouch. Bomb was loose. Boomich, however, has some serious presence. It's locked Naf into focusing and almost entirely on him, and now Grim can return to the lower site. He just went to go do some housekeeping. He's taken Boomich out of ramp, and now they can continue to lock this bomb down. Naf, 12 bullets reloaded. He's ready to rock and or roll. And Twist with a pistol called Endurance, and after a slow start, he's going to be looking to hit some shots here. Flamey denies it. Stewie fills the feed again for Liquid. Naf is low, does have a kit, so if that bomb now picked up does get planted, they'll go for this with conviction. Grim's trying to delay.
Vent to top.
It's the perfect call. It's the perfect call, especially now Flamey's got that frag. Oh, Liquid, no. Hook, line, and sink 'em. They're going to get that bomb down. Sent straight to the wrong site. Down to the lower area. Nav's coming back through lobby now. Flame Dogger. Peppered to 40.
Oh, this is going to take a lot of time for Naf to rotate around, and he has the defuse kit here, so Grim, he needs to hit a duel here, trying to make some space. He drops into the site. Time is a problem. Yeah,
they got the kit onto the site. That's something, but it's short-lived, and the frags keep coming. Flamey and Perfecto, just the two of them, make that pistol round happen. 3 frags for Flamey, 2 for Perfecto. Goose eggs all round for the rest.
Yeah, it feels like a dream scenario when the bomb's in the open like that and you have the USPs to defend at range, but that comes down to Flamey winning that duel against Twist in main. That opens up more avenues, makes things a little bit more difficult for Liquid to defend, and Na'Vi, they handled it. They didn't look like they panicked, and they're able to adjust on the fly when new information became available. Liquid want to bounce back immediately with the force spy here, so they're straight underway. Stewie onto a scout. That's the biggest standout, and there's a flash into top, so this is fast from Na'Vi.
Come on, Electronic. Oh, he's so fast. Hasn't managed to convert it, but his teammate Perfecto has. So we do already start ourselves off with a bang. Na'Vi into the top site with speed, pace. Stewie's not going to be able to contest that. Simple's already caught the yard aggression, and well, this force buy has amounted to very little.
Oh, they want Simple and they'll get him here, but Flamey's going to get 2 more with the Mac 10, so that's a great way to farm some cash, and that just leaves Stewie, the man with the scout. Hasn't taken a lick of damage just yet, and he'll do his very best to hold on to this. We'll see if he can maybe peel away that AK from the hands of Perfecto. But on top of Silo right now, that will be Boomich. He's hunting. He wants to see if he can find a frag, and this is a position you'll see Boomich at a lot. That's not the normal outcome as Stewie slays him. Scout bullet through the head.
Remember the floor bang lineup we saw from someone onto Boomich?
Yeah.
That's how much he's playing it.
He loves getting on behind that little vent, and Electronic, he pushes in the MP5, finds the frag, and that's the second round for Na'Vi. So now going into the next round of play, they know that they don't have to deal with too many prickly pistols with armor and utility behind it. It will most likely just be some light upgrades here, and that's being confirmed. Alicia's into the CZ, Twist onto that 5-7. A couple more CZs being picked on up, and that was a nice shot from Stewie there. But still well handled from Na'Vi. No utility for Liquid in a round like this.
Not
so
again, surely.
Looks like they just want a condition to make sure they can maintain their squeaky control. So blowing the door off, a couple of mollies, one towards Hut, one towards main. Gives them this free avenue as Boomich goes in with the Mac 10 again.
Ah, Legion's managed to find one, but it was only the Mac 10 player. Flamey, surely you don't hold that. Okay, fakes it out and tries to draw those CTs in. Great shooting from Flamey. Elise, however, finding another one with this CZ. He's just dancing around the site. He's had 40 HP this whole time. Finally, Electronic's silence weapon fills the feed with 2. He has got a bit of a penchant for the MP5, hasn't he? He keeps buying it. I don't see many players that are trying to convince us about the MP5, but Electronic's definitely trying to make a case.
And we get the likes of Hunter on the MP7, right? But the MP5, it's few and far between. It's good to see.
I do like the way you kind of spank it when you get it out. You kind of give it a good little nudge.
That's how I fix my PC troubles, Alex.
Yeah, you got to jam
everything a good little
time.
Slap.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be why I have the PC troubles.
I thought it was a different lineup than I'd seen before. It was just simple waiting for the right moment to line it up. So outside smoke's being pulled out. And the full 5 AKs across the board gives you a lot of room to pack roll, trade off of one another, and to be quite the force to be reckoned with. Interesting, a counter incendiary thrown out by Elige so as to enable him to not get caught out by anyone close. Very clever.
Oh, there's that floor bang you were talking about. Stewie just tried it through the wall up into that position Boomich plays time and time again, but this time nobody's home. This is all a bit of a ruse from Na'Vi. They faked those yard smokes. They haven't gotten control, and it looks like they're retooling to go back towards lobby. Simple's on top right now of the T roof. Could throw some utility through, a Molotov, a flash to help assist in a top take. And Electronic can peel in late here from main. So eyes are going to be on the likes of Boomich, Flamey, and Perfecto to find some entries.
Grim, the ramp player, did some great stuff in their earlier game versus Heroic. On this very map, in that very spot, but it's Perfecto again. Starting this series, strong on Mirage and into Nuke again with opening frags.
That was so well done from Na'Vi. That was a picture-perfect round. Everything was great there. They faked yard, they forced that rotation, they postured for top, they threw a couple more nades in and then went back to ramp. And now, Liquid, they just want to try and hold on to these guns. The AWP, the AUG, and the M4, they are prized possessions right here, and Simple knows it up and over Silo. He gets one. He's even going to get the second. A great shot onto Elige as he gets taken out of the picture, and it's just Naf. The AUG bullet sings, and they know where he is now.
Oh, but to his right, it's a good chance for Simple, but no, it will be Perfecto who takes it and even perhaps brings the AWP into the next. No, they'd rather keep the Kalashnikov. Had the chance, especially up against the low buy from Liquid or the potential for something fast. But Perfecto, let's see that again. Yeah, great control. He opens up. Grim was the first casualty of Liquid, and that was part of the puzzle that Chad is praising so highly.
I just think that the way they went about that was Perfecto knew as soon as they get that pick, drop the molly to delay the rotation means that Naf has no info and he has to hang around and respect it. So it's just the little details there that I love from Na'Vi, but aggression from Naf, that seems to be the answer. He's going to be dissuaded very quickly by a flash, and Na'Vi, they want some more over towards ramp.
Oh, Grim. He hears the steps, his impending doom gallops and gallivants towards him. Oh, Naf trying to send them. Oh, he's sending them straight back where they came from. Grim gets one with his CZ as he dips down. Liquid trying to do it with just the Armored Deagles. Electronic, if the timing... Oh, and the timing does favor Elige. He's on a very fast flank here. They're going to still fanny around with nades while Elige can walk in behind them.
Hello.
Oh, Trigger Discipline could punish him here. He has to get this... Oh, no! He has to get this right, was what I said! And he does! Oh. 2 late comms, poor reactions. That could have been a disaster, but it is Liquid's round. They go scavenging as fast as they can, get their grubby mitts on anything they can. 3 AKs recovered. Liquid take their first round. It is the 5th of play.
Yeah.
Phew.
Yeah, that almost went very, very wrong. He's able to convert that right there, and that sets Liquid up for a fantastic buy. They carry through 3 AK-47s into the next round. They have Naf onto the AWP. Grim upgrades himself, and that's a big round to win for Liquid. They need to start stringing a couple together here. They win another. Na'Vi's money's going to be in Squalor. They will have to take just a partial investment.
Just do a decoy first to stop them mollying the smoke?
Yeah, it could be likely. We're seeing that come in more and more, especially with these fast smokes from spawn. It looks like it as well, and there you can see now it's coming in later. So they're still going to have the smoke wall.
Love those extra details. Little glimpse of Electronic, but Elige is still trying to spray him there. He's already got down secret. Boomich is on Boomich's box.
Well, that's straight through a smoke.
Yeah, Flamey does like to pull out The occasional blindfold trick shot. Stewie gone though, he's be forced to watch as round 6 transpires.
Yeah, lots of pressure here now as Flamey's lining up a smoke from spawn over towards the windows. Boomich isolating over towards main. The Molotov towards credit card. They're crowd controlling this yard position now so they can start to gallivant around towards ladder. But in the meanwhile, Electronic's gone down secret. He's just making sure there's no info plays.
Oh, Grim. Grim catches him completely off guard. He unloads his mag. Takes 2.5. Flamey down to 44 as well. 2 scalps. Elige, 1 tap into Boomich as he just didn't check the warehouse. Liquid are starting to fill the feed and convert this round. The bomb's loose and Electronic's supposed to be, you know, the surprise finish. It's all onto him now.
This is a very tough round for him to get back into. Might even consider just the AK-47 save here.
Considering the finances.
Yeah, it's 1900 as the loss bonus going into the next. So that'll be enough for Flamey to get himself a buy. Perfecto could probably do the same. Electronics obviously not going to get any money, but Na'Vi like to go for these sketchier rounds, and I say sketchy, they make a lot with very little, right? That's why when you have your 2 very, very sharp tools in the shed, the likes of Electronic and Simple, if they can save guns and have another crack at it, all it's going to take is them to find 1 kill, and it's going to be an opening for the rest of the team to take that space, play with those rotations, and get us some more rifles in the star players' hands. So Na'Vi just allowing Electronic to hold on to that AK. Boomich yet to frag here, and same for Twist. So they were the 2 poor performers from Mirage, continuing in that stead in map number 2. 6 rounds of play so far, neither of which have been able to find a kill. Flamey's actually having a pretty good start to this one. 9 kills for him, but you can see what we're talking about. Na'Vi have been able to make this buy work. We've got Flamey here with a Tech 9. Same for Boomich. Electronic with that saved AK. Khalil for Perfecto, and a Deagle on Simple. So these type of rounds make work.
See how they try and ply their trade. Naf. He's already drawn blood. It's good. Boomich is trying to get behind Twist, and he doesn't quite get the first frag or the second. Naf adjusts. He does his best, and Grim does too. But the triple kill from Naf in that chaos of a topside rush, Na'Vi do collapse, and Na'Vi have collapsed 3 times in a row now. That's consecutive defenses from Liquid. Starting to make a bit of half out of this. You can see you talked about the compromised funds. It's a lot of a gamble when you put so much into a quick round.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're surprised there to try and keep Liquid's economy on the ropes, but now they get a chance to stretch their legs. Simple wants to have something to say about that. He's invested in the scout, and we'll get a chance to get a heads-up duel. Naf in warehouse with the AWP, so scope on scope action. Oh, geez. Simple baits out the shot. At least they know where Naf is. Isolated. And now he's been able to duck on back. So Na'Vi know they can take a bit of extra space here, but because they're only operating with a few upgraded Deagles, this Scout and 2 Glocks, there's not too much of a rush about things. This is where we talk about baiting out that CT-sided utility, making sure that they are kept honest, and they have to reinvest. But Naf, he just picks into it. He's not respecting Simple whatsoever. This one should come to its logical conclusion now. I know a Perfecto and Flamey still have Deagles, but all in all, Naf continues to fight and face, and he wants even more. Elige is going to back him up. Stewie now coming through main, and looks like we're going to be leveled up at 4-4 here as Liquid want to avoid as many casualties as possible.
Through the corner.
They're all coming. Look at them.
Nice little top spin from Twists. Spins the nade into a successful 4th round. Back to the buy, though. We'll get to see Na'Vi once again give it another go. And of course, I have to admit, I've seen Na'Vi's T-sides look absolutely just cold, hard, calculated brilliance. But I do think a great litmus test for which Na'Vi you're getting on a Nuke is Boomich's performance, because he plays an integral role, and the best Nuke games I've seen out of Na'Vi often come in paired with some Boomich fragging and some freedom.
Especially with those vent dives, right? Just how much control he tends to have to that position. So he's going to need to come alive here, at least with...
Fly. What are you cooking up here? Grim, his partner in crime. They're going top site.
Oh,
but the punish is there. Oh, big drop off. Boomich is now starting to fill the feed. He's found his first frag of this map. And Simple can get the bomb down uncontested. I say that with bated breath. Yes, no one in lobby to challenge.
Naf's hanging around as well. He's not even pivoting back, so waiting for Elige to take contact, but that second smoke's just been dropped. That's going to melt away the time on this bomb here. Problems for Liquid.
Big problems. Smoke fades. Simple just goes for the fighter now, surely Naf. Oh, even a wallbang from Simple to make things awkward. He's got to get out of there. He hasn't got the time. Will he have the AWP? That's the question. Looks like he'll preserve, and so will Boomich and Simple. There's the response from Na'Vi.
That push there from Liquid at the start of the round, it almost felt like there was just, that was the call from spawn. You know, we're going to go for this lobby aggression. We're going to try and catch Na'Vi off guard. And they got there in time, right? The fact that they were able to pick up 2 kills. Naf and Grim both found success, but it's the defenders on the top side who were unable to stop that flood of Ts. And then as soon as Elige is known he's up ladder, we know that Naf's coming through lobby. Na'Vi are able to piece that puzzle together and make the most of that round. But things are still very, very tight here. We're getting underway with round number 10 and both teams have buys. It's looking good for both squads, but the loss bonus favoring Na'Vi at this stage, but only just.
On the X-ray, if only Naf had known. Boomich is trying to do cheeky business, and he is just hunting Naf. That's a nasty death, and quite the upgrade for Boomich. Galil for AWP, as he charges down the vents after the North American AWPer.
Oof, Elige has just found a timing now. Simple was about to clear that angle.
This is powerful now. He can completely deny this. They're knives out. They have no idea. There's 2 of them. He pieces it together, takes the first fight. Boomich has to react. Boomich misses his shot. And just like that, Liquid are back in control.
Simple has a lot of room right now. If he wants, he can try and work around to ladder, but it looks like main's on the cards. The other 2 going over towards that squeaky door position. Twister spotted.
Good shooting. Very mechanical glimpse of what Twist is capable of, but it's short-lived. 1 and done. 2 coming up from heaven. Stewie's going to line up for the pop flash. This is going to be Grim's go. Push on the second, and they do. But it doesn't stop Simple. He turned it perfectly. Both don't block his vision, and now Elige so loud on the ladder. The sound cues are made, but the frags are made too. It's down to all on Stu. 4 HP, can't find it. Flamey saves them, a triple kill. As Na'Vi string together 2 on the attack. That's 6 to 4 now, and 14 frags for Flamey. 14 frags for Flamey. I'll say that again.
Make sure. We don't say that very often whatsoever. Flamey stepping up in a big way here against Liquid. And not only did they just peel that round out of their hands, it's ruined Liquid's economy as well.
He was staring at the floor. Simple just 5,000 IQ.
Balls of steel. But Team Liquid right now, they just have these pistols again. So if Na'Vi can keep it clean and continue to convert against these low buys with a fast top play, Stewie, that's a great shot. Electronic does find the trade, but they're on to top.
Just like that, the lobby crunch. Simple's been given the task, and he has no issue with it.
I love this pace from Na'Vi. They're really just peppering this top bomb site when they know that Liquid are probably operating with a bad buy or very low utility. And they're just getting into that site, conditioning.
It feels helpless, doesn't it, right? Like, for Liquid, when your greatest weakness is known every time, you just start getting really paranoid about that top site. When you haven't got the guns, Na'Vi are they're not fannying around. They're not giving you those close fights you're hoping for. Your lobby crunch is held by Simple. You know, like, you want to go lobby, you've got to get through Simple. And everything else is simple for Na'Vi. They just walk into the top site, get that bomb down, and we have a 7th.
Yeah, this is looking like a very good half from Na'Vi here. This is probably par for the course now, I would say. We've been talking about how Nuke has slowly been teetering more towards not a T bias, but the T's being able to have very, very competitive halves. And 7 rounds on the T side, that's fantastic stuff here. They're probably likely to pound on a couple more. Team Liquid will have to respond. They've opted to get that AWP still in Naf's hands. He has been a nuisance for Na'Vi to deal with in that yard position. Elige back onto the AUG as well. Only 1 defuse kit in the hands of Stewie here. So if we find ourselves in another post-plant situation, that's a note we need to remember. 5 AKs, Na'Vi lining up their smokes from spawn. Back towards yard they go.
Oh, Nafly. He's got info. And Electronic completely distracted enables Elige to find the frag and absolutely moonwalk out of trouble. No issues now. Yard frag found. Can they convert it? Liquid have it.
Yeah, they didn't give up any territory throughout this, right? In some of the rounds, they'd already given up space before those opening kills had come on in. So this time round, Na'Vi can't operate with as much, and Liquid haven't... Uh-oh, Stewie, this is very risky. you have the man advantage, and he's pushed on aggressively towards Hut. Guess it gives a bit of extra room for Twist to work with here. Vent dives are still a problem depending on how Na'Vi want to deploy their utility. Simple's just gone back to grab the bomb. Boomich is on his favorite little perch.
Here we go. Stewie pushes, and he actually catches them. The bomb's loose in lobby. That's info at least. Elige needs another. Great shooting, Flamey. Finding a 15th frag. We're into a 2v2. They are battered. They're bruised. The one-way can be deployed. It's Naf throwing it out. Now Grim and Nafly looking to regain control of the site. Perfecto has lobby, and he'll be the last prong of this. Should Flamey go down. 15 frags, and he's already holding the right line. Naf makes a sound, misses his shot. Flamey gets a new lease of life onto the bomb site now. Flashbang, not the frag. Nafly's gone too, it's all Flamey. Another triple kill, he's adding more to the tally. 17 and 7 as he accelerates towards 20 before anyone on his team breaks 10.
Jeez Louise, that flash from Perfecto was great as well. It was very difficult to push through those Hut with all the eyes trained on it, but the flash facilitated Flamey to go out there with a bit more confidence. You can see it there just bouncing off. Could strafe on out off that flash, and white screened. Grim and Naf fall. Money in the bin yet again for Team Liquid. Na'Vi are looking great for 9 here, and this train doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. They haven't even had to go for their vent dives, right? They haven't even had to play with rotations in that fashion, and Elige isn't even looking. Look how quick the pace is. Electronic straight around the red crate. But is he going to check warehouse? Apparently not in time. Naf is good. He gets the kill with the P250, but frags to follow. Simple with the trade. Perfecto finds another. Stewie getting spammed through the wall. This is looking hopeless for Liquid here.
It really is. An armorless Grim tucked into the corner of Trophy, and well, I think it's already over. That'll be the 19th for Flamey. Bomb goes down. It's a banging start for sandwiched in Liquid rounds in consecutive fashion, mind you.
Yeah, and look, losing this game, like this is the match to get through to the playoffs, right? There's still the decider game tomorrow, but I feel like the bigger problem for Liquid is not this matchup they're in right now, is the fact that they have to face Furia. They have not been having a great time against Furia by any means whatsoever. So, a lot for Liquid to ponder here as round 14 starts. The smokes hit yard, and again, a player in yard caught with their pants down. Naf's dead.
Elige's done well to keep it level. They're going for a vent dive, and they're suppressing fire, stops Twist from even contesting it. You see that? That's team play. It's gorgeous. Dinked in the vents, tucks in, Boomich through the smoke, he's down. Now V set for more success here on Nuke. This map is playing exactly as Na'Vi intended it to. Flashes now, and another fantastic frag from Flamey. That's the 20th, and he has managed to find it as his teammates start finding their 10th and respective 11th. Perfecto does take down Stewie, and now with just Elysian Twist, he's been waiting for this. Enables him to find the first, and he knows where Flamey is. If he could just win the duel, Elige is doing everything. 3 frags. He will have to clutch as well. And he's hitting the shot. This would be the ace clutch. Elige just to put something on the board for Liquid. And Boomich denies it with the crab walkout.
Jesus. Alex, I'm just having a look right now, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. We still have a half of Counter-Strike to go. But if I'm adding up correctly here, I think that Furia and Liquid going head-to-head, dating back to 2019, have played in 12 series. Liquid have only won 2 of those series. So Furia are coming in to that matchup, assuming Liquid drop this one right here as the heavy underdogs. But we have one more round here within the first half, and another less than ideal buy for Team Liquid. Famis's, an AUG again, an MP9. And can there be some more heroics? This time the smoke wall will be displaced. Dropping a couple extra here to deal with the gap. Naf patrolling around CT boxes. Elige aggressive up secret. How much more can this kid do?
He's done more than that. He's taken down Electronic for an opening frag in the final round of his CT half. 5 feels compulsory for Liquid if they want to stay resistant here. Titan sticker shining in the sunlight of Cedar Creek plant. Didn't rub it for good luck. Goes down. 4v4. That's Perfecto's equalizer. And Elige, the only one that's really causing issues for Na'Vi as he does it again. Catches Boomich, the tail end of their descent to lower.
This is good for Grim's got a good gun for this job.
Perfect. It should be a very quick first. Perfecto. Oh, it's only Perfecto. Liquid are doing it. Perfecto getting a fresh mag, but overpeaked and 5 found. Liquid, it's something. It's damage control at this point. Na'Vi posting 10 rounds on the T side of Nuke. We know it's a new age of T side rounds on Nuke, but 10 to 5, it's damning.
Rising of the ashes, coming from the ether. All I hear is static. Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. 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 Found me in the darkness. Now they see me shining. Calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster. Making my way back, I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder because I've come to claim my throne. Never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I live this fantasy.
We're back in action, Liquid Na'Vi. 10 T rounds posted by the CIS squad, and Chad has drawn my attention to the Liquid T pistol buy. It's a lot of nades.
Yeah, it's a lot of decoys. 3 decoys here. One's already been lobbed out.
Flying through the skylights.
At least that's going to distract them with sound cues. That's going to keep them busy if they want to be noisy on the footsteps. Simple's taken his silencer off of the USP yet again, so I think he's trying to trademark, I think. 3 Molotovs as well, 2 smokes. Okay, Simple.
Elige just gets sat on his bottom, and they are going for the secret cross. They get peppered, but descend. At least 3 of them, and they've got Molotovs, 2 of them. Is it for ramp? Do they plan to hold vents as well? Flamey has to be cleared first, and one Molotov flies through. A second as well. They want to lock him in. And he's hitting shots. Grim bails them out of trouble. Boomich finds one just over the edge of the flame. So now Stewie's in a bit of a spot of bother. He needs a frag. It's a long-range Glock from his teammate Naf. Perfecto works on the flank, and Liquid, oh dear. Oh dearie me. That's 11 for Na'Vi already.
I've never bothered with the unsilenced USP before because I thought, statistically speaking, it doesn't make any sense, right? I thought silence was just better across the board as far as the stats were concerned with that. And I don't know why Simple keeps doing this, but it doesn't matter. He still hits the first shot. Makes it sound a little bit different, so that's nice. We got a new audio sensation. But Flamey, 21 kills now. He had a phenomenal first half. Elige did as well, 19 for him, but a lot of his rounds were a bit more in vain as Liquid here will just be going for the full eco. Stewie has one flash, so maybe popping and trying to get down the vent so they can get that bomb and simulate the economy a little bit more. So there is a gap for that at this current juncture. Boomich isn't looking towards Squeaky.
You're going to have to take this eco, Chadney.
All right, well, this is my training, guys. It's all going to pay off here as Perfecto perched on top of the bomb boxes. Will get one, drops down, throws the nade through, almost gets the dunk onto Twist. He's down to 7 HP, and it will just be these Glocks. So Stewie still has this flash. And eyes trained for Na'Vi now towards Squeaky. This smoke is about to fade. Stewie's lining up the flash. It comes through the skylights. And as he does that, Perfecto grabs one. He's on the chase. Boomich down the vent. Doesn't want that bomb to go down, and it will be denied. Last man standing of Stewie. We finished off. And that's a clean sheet for Na'Vi as they managed to get up to 12 rounds now, 12-5. Liquid will be buying in with the AKs here.
Like I missed much?
No, they didn't even get the bomb down. So Na'Vi kept it clean.
Clean as can be. I do think the classic knife looks a bit ugly once you get Crimson Webby with it.
Yeah, it's too big.
I'm not one to judge someone's fashion choices, but Naflight.
We tend to leave that up to Lothar 2K. So
yeah, obviously.
This is a bonus round from Na'Vi, and we haven't seen one like this in a while. 3 Famises, 2 MP9s. They can be a little bit more agile, take a couple more risks with this. They're also working with a round buffer as Electronic playing around these smokes. Yanko spoke about this.
Yeah, he did. If your smokes, Electronic will find one way to exploit them. It was Simple who actually did manage to bring Elige down to 2 HP.
Oh, he's managed to get control
regardless. Look at the
regardless.
variation of the Boomich. Is that a smoke? No, it's in Ladies holding. But you know how he used to just jiggle on the closer corner for secret drop and then drop a smoke? This is another fallback strategy of his. He's got a HE and plans to throw it right square on the jaw if he spots anything. Any funny business, banging his head off the frame. Here they go. This Twist strafing around fast in aggression. And now a gap. Simple could be found out here. Twist has got a real chance to do some damage here. Is he expecting this? He's not. And Simple wins the duel AKV FAMAS. That's a problem for Liquid.
Especially with Elige only on that 2 HP, we keep noting. And at this point, time is the problem. There's 40 seconds left. They're going to get this ladder control, but you can see Na'Vi now, they understand that that territory is being given up. They will push Hut. They'll be a bit like a vacuum cleaner, take the space that's available for them here. Simple very close towards Hut now, even pivoting up towards Heaven. So this is so much trust in this setup from Perfecto and Simple.
Damn, look at that.
Look at this, 20 seconds. Liquid need to get a wriggle on.
Electronic on CT vent. It's going to make things really difficult. They're coming from Heaven. Simple's in a position to help. With 12 seconds left, though, what Liquid are they saving? They're backing away. Yeah, they pulled the plug. A frag onto Twist on the hunt and a dink into Elige, and it's enough to call it. Pull the plug on that and have another go. They give Na'Vi the 13th round.
Oh, well, we haven't seen Na'Vi have one of those rounds here this series. Liquid are the ones to have the first round by timeout, and in that fashion, right, with so many players staying alive, but because the money situation, not getting the bomb down, they wouldn't be operating with a lot going forward. You can understand the justification, but I think the problem is it's just so daunting with how close Na'Vi are to picking up this map. This will get them straight through to the playoffs. We already have Big. They were the first team through. Na'Vi are looking to be the second.
I really have enjoyed watching Big Clan's Counter-Strike as of late.
Yeah, they've been looking tidied things up here towards the tail end of the year. And I'll mention it again, if Liquid lose this, they will be playing against Furia, which is a bogey team for them. They played them 12 times since 2019, and they've only won 2 of those series.
Oh,
so
my
Furia
Lord.
have a massive edge.
Liquid Furia. They've come to Europe to escape the domestic derby, and it's followed them. They can escape that fate with a win here. Na'Vi, 13 though. Liquid in pursuit of their 6th. They have found the opening frag, and Simple's Deagle and Boomich's MP9 are starting to do damage. Twist is Deagle now. Grim. Good to see his name in the feed. He's silenced, and seems like I will be too, because a 3v1, an electronic. He's in the right spot. Decon was smoked. They are starting to take it, and this would enable him to go vents. This could be a bit of an overthinking here. If Electronic's got the read, he can be there first.
It's going to come down to the timing on this. If he's tucked into a close position, he might be on for a few.
Oh, okay, nice fragging. The Liege will convert it, and they will take the 6th. I think Grim gets the credit, though. You got to remember, you've got to have a bit more of the fragging delivered across the board. Now, take note. Twist, Stewie, absent so far. To have a T-half, to have that default payoff, you're going to need some more of that from Twist. Hitting that Deagle shot. Naf seems to be a consistent figure alongside a Liege.
Here's something that's scary though, Alex. Simple and Electronic aren't really online yet. It's 13 for Simple, 7 for Electronic. It's Flamey who's the one who's been doing all the damage, and they're already sitting pretty at 13 to 6. So Na'Vi,
go on. It's a fast vent dive. They've got a nade waiting for him down there, but he does get down. And Flamey's already seen that he's faked the door. That sound cue achieves nothing.
Yeah, Flamey's actually going very quick for this. It looks like they're going for a top split with Stewie coming back up the vent, but Flamey could ruin this if he peeks just around this corner.
And that's info. The fact that Stewie was staring back at the vent. Perfecto readies himself for a top take. There is an incendiary, but he got to the line of sight. Boomich is there. Twist needs more, or he gets them both. Big frags coming in from Twist and Naf.
The danger man left in this. Electronics on a very big flank, and Simple's distracting here. He's ahead of this smoke, so he can just posture around, but it's all on Electronic.
Oh, he's threaded the needle, now checks it. Hits this first shot. And now, Simple, he's gone down, but Electronic can clutch this all on his own. It's Twist. He's having a much better game, but it's not enough. Electronic's just too damn good. A 10-second defuse at a 1v3. Simple was there, but he was practically an audience member. It was all Electronic.
Oh, big round to steal back there. Twist was fantastic out of the hut with that FAMAS. He even gets the 3rd onto Simple there, but it's just not enough. And that's probably one of the best rounds that Twist has had throughout this series. And Liquid are unable to get off the back of it. Stewie got that territory almost for free, but you were right. Flamey's fast rotation. He called the bluff of Stewie, hunted him out, gave them a nice opening. And that's all they needed. Is Na'Vi now up 14 to 6. The plant's good. Liquid can buy again. AWP for Stewie. Galil's in the mix for the likes of Naf and Elige. AKs for the other 2. Liquid aren't done yet, but they need to start showing some promise here. This would be a great chance to break Na'Vi and at least throw a couple on the board. Stewie's postured up with this AWP. I don't think he's going to be offered a duel there. As we can see, Electronic is tucked all the way in towards the back of Warehouse. Simple in rotation. Has to be wary that they could already push quite aggressively. Stewie doesn't want a piece of this. Looks like he's going to go back towards lobby with that AWP. Scoping up early, so it won't be heard once he is in the vicinity of that hut position. And yeah, Flamey, look at this passive angle. Only working with the UMP, so this will just be a spot and fall job here. If he overpeaks, Stewie will punish.
Good timing on the incendiary, just as they look to advance.
Wow, that one Molotov forced them all the way away, and there's 40 seconds left. They've gone all the way back to T-spawn to set up some smokes. They're going to go for the secret cross to lower with the bomb here, but this is all going to come down to the tightest of margins. I don't know if there's enough time to pull off a maneuver like this. If Na'Vi get wind of this, they rotate into the lower site and they drop that bomb. This is real trouble for Liquid.
Yeah, that's a real risk. They've got 20 seconds, and Boomich is in the vents. He sees them. Flies up the vent for his own survival. Flamey is there, closing the door on him. Dinks another, and it enables Simple. That's the bomb loose. This is so close. This is Na'Vi-esque. A taste of their own poison here. Doesn't win his duel. Naf does, though. Needs another. Great fragging. Doubles up. It'll be Perfecto's 1v2. He's got a flashbang to push in. And it's Stewie to convert. Liquid, what a pivot. It looked like it was going to be too little too late. They had 13 seconds when that bomb was dropped. Flamey's frag wasn't enough.
Jeez,
and the smokes, thank God they were good. You know, I mean, you saw from Simple's POV, Rush smashed onto Simple's button, understandably so, but there was nothing for him to see.
Yeah, that right there, you're right. If there was a gap in the smoke or somebody threw things incorrectly with just how tight a round like that was, could have been lights there for Liquid. And they have no issues running the clock down like this. It's interesting to see, but this is the economic ramifications we're talking about. Na'Vi now are just down to the pistols, and they've actually opted to force buy. So they don't want, they know that they were likely to take that double eco, so they forced ball in here to give themselves a shot to not allow Liquid to get too far back into this game. So you can understand the decision making. But you want to make sure that if you are Na'Vi, you're not getting ahead of yourself in this situation. Make sure that you're treating this round as a very winnable scenario. Early nade damage onto Electronic. Simple waiting for a cue to pick here. Keeping his eyes trained towards the top of Silo. Could find Twist in all of this.
They don't have a single flash other than Boomich.
Oh!
Oh, it wasn't far off. Oh, he re-peeks into an alternate target. Elise goes down. And now Twist has two. Holding yard with 5-7s and Deagles. Grim's going to make it look a bit more realistic. He shuts him down, at least Flamey. Simple's still patrolling. It is troublesome.
They've been very, very, I don't want to say weird, but they've been very late in these situations, Liquid. And now this one is where there's even more pressure. They know they're up against pistols. So many more risks can be taken by these players. There's 30 seconds left on the clock.
"20 seconds, guys. It's getting sketchy. Into the top site. Boomich. Oh no, he's taken down Naf. That really has to be a bomb plant. Heaven's a bit of an open vulnerability. They smoke it. Planting now. Na'Vi's still making this one hurt. The nade does too, though. Boomich down to 17 with a nade into lobby. They throw out a smoke. Grim is in a prime position to punish their advance here, and it's the perfect shot. That was the healthiest member, Perfecto, with the AK-47. Now Simple's found as well. Liquid, they've weathered the storm of the Na'Vi force.
Tight round again, so Liquid are getting through, yeah.
4 kills. It started with Simple hitting some great shots and that 5-7 connected for Electronic.
Yeah, this is some wild scenes here. This is one of those games where you hear me on the desk saying, oh, it's just a matter of time until they close that one out, especially with the lead like this. And the reaction there from Elise, yeah, it says it all, doesn't it? What are you meant to do?
Helpless.
All right, this will be the save now from Na'Vi. They tried their force buy, it didn't work. Now we're onto the eco. So 9 for Liquid is looking very good here. Remember, map number 1, if you didn't join us for Mirage, it was an overtime affair. Oh, hello, Electronic. They've watched the demos. They know where you like to play. But Simple with the Deagle again. Normally, I wouldn't be too interested in an angle like this, but with a player like this, things could be different. Lots of utility still being lobbed towards Yard. Liquid working and operating with still a truckload left to get them onto a bomb site. Trying to use the range of their rifles here. Keep the pistols at distance. So he's going to take a bit of a look here. Boomich might just try and bait him in with a USP, and yeah, it's worked. Chewie was ready.
Liquid, a bit of a resurgence here.
We've seen some real comebacks lately. Like today we had that 15-9 comeback, I think it was, from Heroic on Nuke against Furia, and then they went to triple overtime, and they were able to seal that one up. There was a bunch earlier in the week, and I remember Blast had some crazy comebacks too. So 15, they need to get there still, Na'Vi, as Liquid will hold them to that magic number of 14 and push themselves one round closer. Perfecto with this Zeus is going to be a Hail Mary attempt. A hop, skip, and a jump. That could have got very awkward. But just take a look, Alex, at the money situation for Na'Vi going into what is meant to be their gun round. You can see that Flamey has dropped Simple and Orb. There's an M4 getting thrown across as well. But this is where we might see the MP9s and the Famouses coming out from certain players on Na'Vi to facilitate that utility, right? We know we need the mollies towards Hut and Squeaky. We know we need the smokes to keep areas at bay. And they're not working with a lot. Perfecto hasn't bought utility yet. Simple has. He's got a smoke and a flash, a smoke for electronic. Boomich has got a full kit, but he went for that Famis, right? So he's operating at a little bit less firepower. There's no diffuse kit unless Perfecto opts to buy one. So this isn't a great buy for Na'Vi going up against a full board and now a little bit of momentum behind this Liquid squad, who out of the last 5 rounds have won 4. So Na'Vi haven't had to defend or haven't successfully defended a lot of gun rounds here. They haven't had to just because of this money situation in the last few. This will be their first test in a while, yeah. Perfecto did get a kit, just to note. So at least they're working with that. Might make their retakes a little bit easier. Now, what risk do Na'Vi want to go for? Simple over towards ramp with the AWP. Doesn't look like he's postured aggressively. Yeah, quiet stuff. Liquid clearly ready for some form of aggression. Shift keys being held all around. Call's been made, so it looks like they're setting up some yard smokes now. They've dealt with any early aggression towards lobby. Elige now starting to posture towards yard. Twist lining up his, Grim doing the same. The smoke's going to fly out and bloom with about a minute on the clock, so they have time to work with. This isn't as late round as a finish as what we have seen from Liquid so far this half. But now they have a lot of options. Do they actually want to use the smokes? Do they want to fake? Do they want to put pressure on ramp? Do they want to go for a top split? It looks like they're heading towards top.
Stewie. He was being covered. Now he has to hunt, and he finds the opening. Perfecto trades. There's more where that came from. Liquid flood in. Damage inflicted. The trade comes in from electronic. Bombs loose. Nas low. Big frag from Elige. He saves his teammate. Flamey though. Oh, Nap is doing enough. Simple. Uses the sound cue, and he does get himself out of the vent in time. The wall bang looked bang on. It's not far off. Liquid counting on Elige and Nafly here. He's hoping that they start getting a little jiggly, given nothing. Oh my god, he got close enough to find the line. He's pushing him. Oh my goodness! Simple actually does it. He defies every expectation I have. Every time I watch him. I thought he'd run out of time. All of that waiting around, Chad.
They gave him an avenue there. That missed Molotov,
yeah.
He exploited it. He knew that the flames could maybe obscure some of the footsteps that were made. He pushed closer. He finds that tiny gap. Check this out. Over the cusp of the flames.
That's
here.
it.
But this second shot, come on, man. You can't tell me he thinks this one's going to hit the no-scope to the head. Naf, just sit down. That is a huge round from Simple, and Perfecto's laugh. I think that says it all. What else can you say? You must see it every day in practice, mate. Oh, 15 now for Na'Vi.
Wrists charging straight to main. I like the pace. And it does convert. So does Elige's. Everything working for Liquid. Look at this. The round is already over. What has Simple done? He's incited an unparalleled rage in Liquid.
An unruly mob, it seems like. And the money's not great for Na'Vi, so Simple. It might just be a bit of a shooting gallery as he tries to hold on to this AWP. That 1-on-2 was something special. I don't think he has it in him for a 1-on-5 situation. And Naf even has him locked. Okay, maybe not locked down, as Simple was ready for that one, apparently.
You wouldn't go for it, though, would you?
Well, most players wouldn't go for it.
You don't go for it, Simple. That's kind of against the rules. There's a smoke there. No, I'm going to stop building it up. He's saving.
Yeah, get out of there, mate. Save your orb. Take your toys home. We'll play again tomorrow. That's going to be 10 for Liquid now. And realistically, it should have already been 10 for Liquid. But now they have to get 5 more on the trot just to take us to another overtime. The Na'Vi money situation, it's trash. It's in the bin. They only have this orb to work with. So the question is, does Blade feel confident enough to tell his teammates to force buy around Simple's AWP? Or do they want to play this one by the book? Just let Simple patrol with the AWP, see if he can find some impact with it. Take an eco right now, play it safe, and then get yourself a couple more gun rounds to close out this half. Na'Vi just need one more. It appears it's going to be the eco option. Flamey upgraded everybody else on the USPs. Simple still with the AWP, and of course, audacious as ever.
He wants blood.
He hasn't been spotted, has he?
Now he spots many targets, multiples. And he's gonna get twisted
come
as
on.
well. Surely not a third. Grim added to the list. Simple checking them off one by one. Drops into Elise, who snuck under, but that hero maneuver has put Na'Vi in a position where they can actually make these USPs hurt. Boomich is already working on the flank. There's an AK there waiting for him. He just has to time it right. Oh, Simple. Turns it on. Now, how silent can you be about this, Boomich? That'll do. Where's Twist's weapon? Might have gone down forward. I think it often drops forwards.
Oh, he's having a bit of a look. Keeping himself tucked in. Make sure he can't be spotted from afar. But the information play from Boomich has really netted them nothing here. The gun would have been great. In the meantime, look at this. Bring around the Rosie. Back around towards ramp. And look at the utility on Liquid as well. They can smoke off towards decon. They can Molotov into that window room like we see teams do and get that bomb down. And then this still becomes winnable for Elysian Naf. But they have to win this or it's all over.
Flamey has no idea just how close he is to remaining unknown too. If he goes down, he is going down. Oh, and the bomb's going down too. Electronic starts to push. Naf peppered. Elige under pressure. Na'Vi can finish it. They can finish it right here. It's only Elige. Upper bracket on the line. Elige is fighting. Last bullet to break the glass gives him a new position. Vantage point. Can he peek in the flames? He's burning. They're defusing. Perfecto takes it. Na'Vi 16 and Liquid sent to the lowers where they have to face